Interstellar robot character Tars lacks human characteristic, although he does have a programmed personality. Tars was designed for real life, despite his unsettling movements. Because he was present, most shots of the character had no CGI effects at all. He was more of a puppet than a robot. Dr. Kip Thorne, the theoretical physics and Nobel laureate whose ideas inspired Interstellar, established two rules for the film science. Nothing in the film could contradict proven laws of physics, and any outrageous speculation would come from a scientist's mind, not a screenwriter's. The location of the wormhole in Interstellar near Saturn is a subtle nod to Kubrick's original idea for 2001. Originally, he intended for the Jupiter sequence to take place on Saturn, but visual effects were not evolved enough in the 1960s to bring Saturn's rings to the big screen. Anne Hathaway developed hypothermia while filming the scene set on the ice planet in Iceland. This was because her astronaut suit was open when she was sloshing around in the icy water. Christopher Nolan requested Hans Zimmer to reinvent the film music when he hired him to score Interstellar, his fifth collaboration with the composer. He didn't want the same drum beats and string oscillations that Zimmer had used in his previous 4 films. Steven Spielberg was attached to film Interstellar before Christopher Nolan went on to make it into a big batch. A ethereal homage to Stanley Kubrick's 2001, A Space Odyssey. He was involved in Interstellar as early as 2006 and hired Jonathan Nolan to polish the script. A big batch project like Interstellar would typically shoot everything in front of green screens and then develop the visual effects place to place around the actors in every frame during post-production. However, Christopher Nolan was not fond of the idea of actors reacting to things they couldn't see. The original script for Interstellar, when Steven Spielberg was attached to direct, is virtually an entirely different movie. Murphy was a boy. Probes were sent into space instead of humans, and it was a probe that led Cooper to NASA's secret base, which was located on an island in California. Rather of simply making stuff up to illustrate the wormhole and black hole, the VFX crew collaborated with Dr. Kip Thorne to make them as accurate as possible. Thorne collaborated with the film's visual effects supervisor. When filmmaker Christopher Nolan and his star Matthew McConaughey were ready to work together, they created preconceived notions about each other. Nolan expected McConaughey to be relaxed, back and chill, whereas McConaughey expected Nolan to be a perfectionist. Thanks for watching, see you soon in other videos.